The real rage quitter. The real Morgan. Same thing though, am I right? Welcome to the final episode in my walkthrough / just general gameplay series with commentary. As if it wasn't obvious enough, you've probably already watched the other ones leading up to this point, and now we are entering this freaking battle. This is the last required battle, I believe, before the boss. And there's like an infinity amount of demons, and they buff each other, and they synergize well, and they kill you, and then you rage quit. So you just need to keep trying this level until you pass, okay? Don't let it kick you out of the world. Just, if you're about to die, just exit out of the game and go back in. Great, we get a surprise battle, but at least it looks easy, and it ended up being totally fine. So if anything, it might have helped us in the long run. Now it's frickin' boss time, baby. Now, I don't know everything about this boss, so I'm going in kind of blind. I'm not showing you my failed attempt, because I went in and I just got obliterated because those little sacks of eyeballs explode on you randomly and light the freaking ground on fire, and then you don't know which direction certain tentacles are going to be whipping you, and you don't know what direction the laser beams will be shooting out of eyeballs that come out of the magma. Makes sense, right? We're living in fantasy land here. Now, it turns out that my Dark Knight that I got during this challenge ends up being completely useless for this, but that's okay. He can swipe his sword against a few tentacles here and there at least. But overall, it seems like you kind of just move to an area where you're not going to get hit, and then attack. That's pretty much the entire game, actually, at this point. That's the best strategy that I can think of. Yeah, it's useful to know how far the enemies can move and what their attacks are, but you usually don't learn that until you already lose to a level or just get decimated in front of everyone and then post it on YouTube. So yeah, just make sure that your spacing is good. Move to an area where you're not about to get tentacle whipped right in the face, and then just attack. Now the boss, the first stage of this boss is kind of redonkulous. I hate that the ground gets set on fire, but I do like the different challenge of really thinking about what you're doing and making sure that you walk to the correct, hexagonal tile. Honestly, that's like 80% of the strategy in this game. Just position your guys well and snipe them from afar. I think you can beat the entire game just kind of having that strategy. And yeah, the mage still proves to be incredibly powerful, along with the ranger. The ranger's really nice because if you accidentally forget to move him at first, you can attack and then move, which is pretty sweet. And he can send out that doge tank, the little wooden creature dog that he shoots out, which can distract enemies, thus saving you a lot of the time, which is pretty awesome. Now in this level, I was mostly just moving the ranger and then trying to attack at key points. And there is just, for the first stage of this, there's so much RNG involved when it teleports like 5 or 6 of those eyeball magician guys, and you have to just attack them randomly, and I got pretty lucky in this take. I chose the correct one on my first try 2 out of the 4-ish times that it lets you choose, which is awesome. And for the rest of it, you're just learning where to position your guys so that they don't get whipped, because when they get whipped, they will die. So that's not good. So you basically just move them out of the way of danger over and over again, and then attack the boss. Not too shabby. Now, honestly, this fight would probably be a lot better if you could have freaking 4 ranged guys. I don't know if that's possible. I think the game might force you to have 1 melee character, or at least if you're doing this setup. No, actually, that doesn't make any sense. I could have picked frickin' Azra to replace the Gerald / Olok spot. So yeah, there's a ranged guy, and I don't know. I guess it all just depends on the buddy that you pick up throughout the mission. I don't know if there's any way to influence the RNG in your favor. I really doubt it. I think it's just kind of luck of the draw. But mine was this Dark Knight. Now, the Dark Knight was a little bit useful when I was fighting the demons on the earlier levels, but for this boss fight, he literally just runs around swinging his sword at tentacles, and that's pretty much it. He has a spiked armor type of ability, which is nice when people melee him. So he's really good at dueling. That's pretty sweet. But he has like no ranged abilities, and I actually unlocked for this fight right before it a healing strike where he can attack an enemy and then heal for half of the amount or something like that. I don't know. I read it too quickly, but I don't even get to use it in this fight because the only way you're gonna damage the freaking boss is by having somebody who can move really far at melee, which basically doesn't exist as far as I can see, or just hit him with your rangers, you know? Now, I would love to try this fight again in an entire new file with guys who are all ranged. I'm thinking about trying the electric stunny makes stuns a lot guy because he can do ranged stuff. He's medium amount of bulk, which is cool, and does a lot of area damage. And then the bombardier kind of seems the same way, the lady with all the big guns. So that would be kind of a cool thing to do. I don't know what to do for a hero, perhaps Azra, but I mean Olak, once you unlock him, is just phenomenal. Again, he's probably one of my favorite people to play with. But honestly, the mage and the ranger are incredible. Like, you get to learn their abilities so well, and they're picked out. They were just designed really well, in my opinion. Yeah, sure, they're kind of glass cannons, but toward the end of the game, they can survive like maybe one hit, maybe two if you're really lucky, and it's just a small demon poking you with a little pitchfork and plastic butter knife or something like that. They can take hits sometimes, but it's usually from a weak enemy. So they're really squishy. You just got to keep them behind your tanks and just run and then attack. Make them run to you and then attack. That's the solution to this entire game. Do I hate it? No, actually, this game is growing on me a lot. The RNG is annoying at times, but does it make it more fun and more replayable in the long run? I'm going to say yes. I think it's going to be really frustrating for YouTubers like Vaduke, who I keep sharing his videos and stuff. You should go subscribe to him. He's getting closer to 1,000 subs, and the videos that he's posting on this game are legitimate analytical walkthroughs where he teaches you every ability and every limitation of all the characters and the enemies and how to work around them without basically dying at all, which is incredible. I'm going to watch these after I post my playthrough because I didn't want to spoil anything for myself. But hey guys, we beat this game. Thanks for following me through all of these episodes. Let me know if you liked the commentary. Have you been liking this game so far? Because honestly, I thought at first it was like a 6 out of 10. But at this point, I would give this game like, I don't know. Genuinely speaking, don't hate me for this. I really like this game right now. The more that I'm learning it, it's really cool. I'm going to give it like at least an 8 out of 10. Maybe like an 8.5. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Would you rank it that high? Or is that kind of insane? I don't know. But that eye monster looks really cool. And I'm excited for them to add more stuff to this. So yeah, guys. Thanks for the journey. I'm going to try this again with a freaking brand new party. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe or something. Nerds!